guys, I come back. Welcome to Simply. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds for you to subscribe, and I'll tell you all the good things about Simply. Okay, you can subscribe now in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, guys, welcome to Simply. Thank you for subscribing. And to my continuous supporters, my viewers, my subscribers from day one to you are alive. Thank you so much for subscribing. Today we will be talking about narcissists. Hey guys, I don't know English. I don't know how I came across this word, Marapoto. Narcissists. We'll be talking about narcissists. So I'll define it for you before we go further. A narcissist is a person who has an excessive interest in themselves. They admire themselves a lot. Let me just put it as it is. Bila they think the world revolves around them. That's just what a narcissist is. You know, a person who thinks the world revolves around them, it is them. I'm talking about them today. So this is a personality disorder. Like, it's a disorder, like for real. It's a disorder. But most people that have such conditions, they're not even aware of it. They don't even know they have such. But some do it on purpose. You know people. When they know they even have it, they don't even see it as a problem, or they don't even see anything wrong with it. For them, life is normal like that. These people, they're never wrong, basically. They just think everything they say is fine and should be the final say. They have the final say and say whatever they want. We must do as they say. We do what they want. When they are wrong, even if you can prove to them they are wrong in any possible way, they will never apologize. They were wrong because you did something. So basically everything is always your fault. It's never them. They justify their actions using you. So I did not come home last night because I was angry at you. Why were you angry at me? Because you asked me about something that was in my phone, and it's my phone. Why did you go through my phone? So basically they are wrong in every way, but we must forget what they did and why they are wrong and focus on them being angry. They do wrong because somebody wronged them, basically. So they must just justify their actions like that. This condition is common in men. Men, they take the companies. I don't know if it's because, you know how when we grew up or now in times, men have the final say in the house, is the head of the house. So I think some of those facts contribute to these actions that they do somehow, some way, because they have to have the final say. Sometimes they must be the only ones to say. Like, when they are just there, it doesn't matter how you feel. They don't even care about how you feel. They are just there to be themselves, and when you must just nest their ego. They will guilt trip you if you try and show them what they did was wrong. Like, you talk to them and then you have an argument and you fight, and then you're no longer talking maybe for a couple of minutes or days. When they come back to you, they're all happy as if the previous day didn't happen, and then you'll be asking yourself why, and then they'll guilt trip you into thinking it was your fault, you did this and that. It's always you, not them. They have this pride that they can never be wrong. You can never correct them. I feel like when you correct them, it's like you're showing them that you know better, or you're a better person, and now where they are in life, they feel the need to constantly prove themselves, or they are capable. They are who they are. They are everything. No one is above them. Everything should be about them and how they feel. If they are happy, we must all be happy. When they are sad, we must all be sad. That's how life is. they have a sense of entitlement to, they're just entitled, yes. They're entitled. They're entitled to everything. And if you don't praise this person, we will have a problem. Or should they help you? The whole world will know. Like, even if you have $20 and then you want to buy straight twice more KFC, you're short of 10 rand, it's 30 rand. It was like 10 rand. They give you 10 rand. Tomorrow, wherever they go, Mabane, she didn't even have food. I had to buy this person 10 rand. You just needed 10 rand. But no, they won't tell people, you had 20 rand, you just needed 10. No, she didn't have food. She was hungry. I had to buy her food. Ma, look at her today. She's doing this and that. It's like, they must just take credit for everything. They're the good people. Everywhere they go, they do good. They are always the victims for everything that happens. Like, they're a victim. It's never something that happened because of whatever happened. No, things are always happening to them. Things happen to them. And they don't even realize the effects of what they're doing to other people. Like, people get drained from what they do. Like, it's basically emotional abuse on you if you're living with a narcissist, or if your friend is a person like that. You go through the trauma of emotional abuse, because now we must always try and make sure when you are happy, we have to go overboard to always make sure when you're comfortable in every manner. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable we are or how unhappy we are with what you want, but we just have to make it happen for you. We want to avoid tensions if we are living with you at home, so we must just agree with whatever you say because we just want peace. Some fighting sometimes it's tiring, it's draining. So we must just agree with what you say. Go wherever you want to go. Do what you want. Let you be. And you don't even realize, to you are happy because this is what you want. This is your life. Yeah, I get my way. Yeah, they must listen to me. What about the people near you? Do you care? You are not moved in any way. You are not even bothered, or when you come home, people stop talking. They just pass you the remote and let you do whatever you want with the TV. You are not bothered, or when you come home, people stand up and go to their bedrooms. They would rather be in their bedrooms than be in a space with you, because they feel like there will be tension somehow, some way, because you start making demands, you start talking, and they don't even know how to revert back or answer to you. So the best way around it is they must just give you space and let you be. Is that the kind of life you want? They don't even realize that. They just living as if everything is okay, everything is fine, as long as they're getting their way. They are happy, life is good, life is mad. Shame. Those people, they take control of wherever they are. Doesn't matter where as long as they get there, they need to be in control. So sit down and look at yourself, study yourself, and see if you are this kind of person. If you are, try and see the effects you have on people around you. Notice the difference of when you become a different person and when you are who you've always been. And see the difference. You'll see they'll be happier. You'll see a difference, change in attitude towards you now. And now you think you're the boss. Can't people are just afraid of you. They're just giving you peace because they don't want to fight you. And it's not good. Think about it. That's all for today. Stay tuned for Ask Ray.
Dear Simply Ray, my fiancé and I were supposed to go home for a long weekend. He then suddenly had some work commitments and couldn't go with. He asked me to go with the children and he stayed behind to possibly follow if he finished early. I decided to head back early and surprise him a day before we were actually supposed to return. I got home and was welcomed with a naked girl in my kitchen. How do we carry on after that? Yo, Mtaz. pain you must be feeling right now is unimaginable. And you must be confused right now and not know what to do or what to say. But my view of this is that the power is all with you right now. The decision lies with you. It's all up to you. You're the one that needs to decide, Ori, what from here. Like, do you still want to continue with him? Because this looks like it was a deliberate plan that was made with the girl. Like, it was a plan that they made together. They deceived you to get you to leave home so that they can have their own long weekend and have fun. So this is all up to you, how you want to tackle this. And also, did your husband apologize? Maybe does he show remorse, or he's just moving on with life like nothing happened? Because should you decide to stay and this person did not apologize, for him then it was not a mistake and it will definitely happen again. However, maybe he apologized and then now it's up to you to decide that you believe him and think there is a happily ever after this, or are you going to still stay in the relationship even though you still have fear that this might happen again, or you just want to leave because you can see or clearly you cannot trust this person? Because with this happening, I mean, trust is broken. How are you going to trust him? Even if he says, maybe, for example, there's a conference at work and he must go for a weekend. Do you think you can actually believe that he's just going for work, for a conference? Do you believe that even if it's a work thing and you are sure it's a work thing, that he is going there alone and not with her? That will all be up to you. There is not much I can advise you here. Everything lies with you. The power is with you. It's all about how you feel. And I'm not sure how you are feeling right now. Good luck, Anonymous. Simply Ray, I don't know if you know what a blessing you are. I don't know if you are aware that the things we are bringing to light are real problems out here in our society. Can I just thank you for that before I say anything? My little sister is in a relationship with an older man. He is married. She doesn't seem to understand the consequences of what she's doing. How can I advise her to get out of it? Dear Anonymous, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. To your problem. Firstly, I would like to say you should be grateful that your little sister still opens up to you and still tells you everything, no matter how wrong it can be that she's doing. She still comes to you and talks to you about it, because most people in such relationships wouldn't disclose such. With that being said, I would like to say, when you talk to her, find a nice approach of doing it. Have a nice conversation with her. Don't fight it. Don't argue. Like, don't go as if you want to shout, because she's also going to go all high and try and be defensive about it. Just have a very nice, calm, decent conversation with her, you know. Try and find out what is interesting for her more in this man, what is keeping her there, why she feels she needs to be with that married man instead of another man who can provide the same. Give her scenarios of things that could happen. For example, if you are married yourself, ask her what she would do if she were to find out that your husband is dating somebody else and you don't know about it. What would she do about the situation? Would she tell you, or would she go to the husband and find a way to resolve the matter without you knowing? Try and see her reaction, how she would react to the same thing. Or ask her herself, if she was married and she found out that her husband had somebody else on the outside, how would she feel about that? See her reaction towards that. Because maybe for her it's not even a problem. Maybe she doesn't mind being wife number 2, and she doesn't mind being married to someone who then decides to take up a second wife. Maybe that's why she doesn't mind what she's doing. However, she needs to keep in mind the feelings of others, not only hers. Try and make her see the consequences of all of this. Show her the good and the bad of both sides of things, so that she can pick what she thinks is better. Don't make the decision for her, because I believe she will already know how you feel because you're bringing up the matter, which means you're probably not comfortable with it. Try and give her as much advice as you can. Like, if you know people with experiences of things that have happened before because of this, you can also give her those. Or you can actually get a friend of yours who is, if they have experienced it, for example, she can come, and during that conversation, don't make it a talk like an intervention. We want to talk to you about this. No, make it seem like it's a conversation in passing that you're having with your friend, and then she's just there and happens to hear what happened at such a situation, so that she's aware. There are a lot of stories that are going on everywhere around married men having affairs. The consequences of that are a lot, because imagine, let's say she fell pregnant. Does she know how much this guy loves her? What happens if she falls pregnant, for example, and then he decides to say to her, please abort the child and I love my family? That's a story on its own. Or he says, okay, keep the child, I'll take care of the child, but as long as my wife never gets to know about this and my family. How will that make her feel, knowing she has to have a child who's hidden? Try and find out her reaction to all of this. Open her eyes in those kind of ways and see if she will be okay with that. I think that would help her in making a sound decision and how to carry on. Good luck, Anonymous. This is very difficult. Simply Ree, I just watched your show on the right partner. I have a question. My partner doesn't like sacrifices. It's his way or the highway. He refuses to anything from anyone. He is very stubborn. How do I get him to reason with me or listen to my side or view of things? Dear Anonymous, I think maybe you can try a different approach to talking to your partner, because the approach that we use to talk to people has an influence on the response they give us. You might find that the way you say things to him, it sounds like you're also putting it down as a final decision, like you are commanding, or okay, this is what happens now. And then your partner feels like you are trying to control him or you are trying to be in charge while he's the man, so he doesn't understand. So he becomes stubborn as well and just decides to oppose you just to make you know, or yeah, I'm the man, you can't command things. So I feel like maybe if you tried talking differently, I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to go away for a vacation. Don't say, yeah, we are going away. I want us to go to Mahali's Crane, during September. Don't put it like that. You're like, yo, I feel like going on a vacation. What do you think, baby? Do you think maybe we can go somewhere? And then maybe his answer would be, where would you like to go? Then maybe you can put a suggestion. Then you can have a nice conversation about that. And then he will say what he thinks about wherever you chose or the dates you're picking. Or he can actually say, no, why don't we do this? This is better. Then you'll meet each other halfway. But then all of this depends on the approach, on how you talk to each other, how you start the conversation. Just make sure you are not commanding things. You're suggesting, you're asking, and so that he can feel like he's part of the conversation, like it's not a done deal. Because if you come with approaches where you speak of things like it's a done deal and it's ready, he starts feeling like he's being controlled. And man, they don't like being controlled. They like being in control. So please look at that. Think about it. Thank you.